Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a messy house clean with me, but to make this video a little bit more fun, I thought it would be cool to do a Q&A. Why did I say that like that? A Q&A over the voiceover. So on my last video, I asked y'all for questions in the comments, and some of you asked some really good questions, so I figured I would answer those while I clean. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and it's also a collab with my friend Rosa. Alright, so here are a few video clips from Rosa's channel. Her channel name is Cleaning with Rosa, and I will link it below for you so you can check it out. And I have had the pleasure to get to know her over the past couple months since we planned our collab, and I'm here to tell you she's one of the good ones. It's so hard to find on YouTube because it's just so saturated and it's hard to tell who's genuine and who's going to share the real stuff, but I found her. Her name is Rosa, and here is her channel. But not only does she share the good cleaning motivation, she's a good mom and a good wife. She has 3 boys and married to her high school sweetheart, and I always love when I can relate to someone on a personal level. So I hope you guys trust my recommendation and go check out her channel and let her know that I sent you over. And let's go ahead and jump back into my cleaning video. Alright, so I'm just going to start off by cleaning up all the toys and just putting everything where it belongs. But today's video is a Q&A, so it's a little different, very chatty. So if you're not interested in that type of video, I will link a video right here in the cards, something that you might be interested in instead. But I just wanted to answer some questions so y'all could get to know me better. I always feel like it's much more enjoyable. Why can I talk today? Enjoyable watching someone that you can relate to on like a personal level over just watching someone clean their house over and over again. It just makes you feel like you're watching a friend versus just watching some random person. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm just going to answer them as best as I can over the voiceover. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so if you're completely new here to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Carrie. I am a mom of 2. I have an amazing husband. His name is Dylan, and we have been together for almost 11 years, but married for 3. I have 3 dogs. We live in a 1,200 square foot house, and we are just trying to live our dream life here in Florida, and I am just sharing all of that with you guys here on my channel. So here on my cleaning channel, I share a lot of just the cleaning, that type of stuff. And then over on my main channel, I get a little bit more personal there and share some vlogs, DIYs, makeovers, decorating, you name it, it's over there on that channel. So if you're interested in sticking around and subscribing, I do appreciate it so much. And let's go ahead and answer the first question. Alright, so I'm just going to answer these just randomly as I wrote them down. So first one was, does your husband get annoyed about decor changes? So no, he does not. He doesn't even notice, y'all. Honestly, like, you know how many times I've asked him, hey babe, what do you think about this color? Can we paint? What do you think about me painting the door black? You know what he says to me? Go with whatever you feel. Whatever you want to do, I don't care. He does not care at all. He works and he comes home, and as long as he's got clean clothes and food, he is happy. So I'm very thankful that he's like that, because I couldn't imagine how it would make me feel if he came home and hated the way I decorated. Could you imagine? Like, it would be so hard because I really do move my decor a lot, and I'm just happy he doesn't even notice. So anyway, next question she asked was, do we talk about big purchases? So yes, we always talk about spending, just money in general. I mean, I'm very open about it. We talk about things. It would be horrible if him and I both were just out spending money without talking about it, because that would really put us behind. I manage our money for specific things. We have our bills, we have our savings, our kids' savings, and then we have our spending money. And let's say that he wanted to go and splurge a little bit and spend $300 on something for the month. And I wanted to as well, and we didn't talk to each other about it, and then that was $600 that came out of our account unexpectedly. It would be, kind of concerning, especially when I went to go pay the bills or went to go put the money in our savings. I would be probably a little upset that we both spent money without talking to each other. So we never buy anything without communicating. Communication is key in a relationship. So next is, what color is your house? The interior of our house. It is, and that is my dogs. My neighbor pulled up, so my dog started barking. Sorry about that. But our house is Agreeable Gray by Sherwin-Williams. And I have actually recommended this color to a few people, and they've painted their house, and it did not look the same as it looks in my house. I think just in general, any home, the lighting makes a huge difference. So just keep that in mind. In my home, I feel like it pulls a little bit more on that beige warm side, and I had someone paint their house in the Agreeable Gray and felt bad that she didn't like it because it pulled a lot more of that blue gray color, which was actually very surprising because I've painted my mom's kitchen in Agreeable Gray, and it looked the same as our house too. So I don't know what happened there. These rooms, man. All right, so the third question is, how did the bedroom switch work out? So if you're not following me on my main channel, you probably don't know why they asked this question, but the room that I'm in now is actually the master bedroom, and we switched with our daughter a few months ago, just due to the simple fact that this room was a lot smaller than the other room, and we have pretty large bedroom furniture, and since making the switch, we are so happy with it. I can't really imagine it any other way. We're really used to it, and it just works for our family. So we're very happy with the idea to switch the rooms. All right, so fourth question was, what kind of dog is Zoe? And someone also asked about the other dogs, so I figured I would just answer all of that in this question. So Zoe is a pit bull and a Catahoula mix. Honey is the black lab and pit mix, and then Little is right there. She's a Doberman Pinscher and a Dachshund mix. So all three of my dogs are mixed breeds, and the plan was not to have 3 dogs, by the way. It just happened. And if you are a dog lover, then you understand what I'm talking about. But Zoe is 2, Honey is 7, and Little is 9. Number 6 is, do I clean my rugs once a week? No. I vacuum them every day, but I do not clean the rugs once a week. That is like a once every 2 month situation. If I tried to, shampoo our rugs every week, they would probably get more dirty because of them being kind of damp and then having like the dogs and kids walk over them. So I try not to overwash things, but we do try our best to stay clean and make sure we take off our shoes, especially if they're dirty. I mean, but I have young kids. It happens. We run through the house sometimes with shoes on, and I just try my best. So I don't clean the rugs every week, even though I probably should. Number 7, does my husband watch all of my videos? So no, he does not. He watches a lot of like the DIY projects, especially the ones that he helps me work on that I am super passionate about. He loved the porch makeovers, like he likes that type of video, and the vlogs, but he doesn't like watch my cleaning videos. I don't think, at least. I mean, he might. I don't know. And when he's at work, he watches my videos. So, I mean, sometimes I will see him comment and then sometimes I don't, so it just depends. But if I ever do like a live video on my main channel, he does always try to join those and watch me live, but that's about it. He's very supportive though. I don't expect him to watch every video. I post a lot. Number 8, what is your go-to cleaner? I would say Pine Glow. It's basically the knockoff brand of Pine Sol. I love it. It cleans well. It's not overly scented, but whenever you clean with it, it smells clean in the house. I just love it. I use it for my bathrooms, multi-purpose cleaner. It's one of my favorites. All right, so next question was, what are your thoughts on YouTubers taking out the PPP loan? Honestly, it's a little upsetting, or very upsetting, not a little. It's very upsetting to see people struggle and then have people that are very successful get large amounts of money, which takes away from people who actually need it, and then continue to live a very lavish lifestyle, multiple vacations, get to buy whatever they want, redecorate their homes multiple times throughout the year. I find it very sad that some people have gotten to that point in life where their just moral compass is pointing south. Eventually it will catch up with them and karma will get you eventually. That's all I got to say. But it's not okay to take money when you don't need it, especially whenever you're taking large amounts of money away from people who are actually struggling. I mean, from my understanding is that a lot of these bigger YouTubers rush to get the PPP loan because they have financial advisors, because they're wealthy. They get to afford these financial advisors. They get to the PPP loan first all these people get it, and then the people who actually need it are late applying because they had to get their ducks in a row because they don't have financial advisors. They finally apply and then they don't get accepted because there's not enough money to go around. That's no different than someone that is rich and wealthy going to a food bank and taking from a family who is starving. That's how I look at it. It's wrong, but that's my thought on it. I just don't agree with it, and I just won't support those people. I mean, if someone does something that I don't agree with to the point where I feel very strongly about it, I just stop supporting them, and, you know, maybe other people need to as well. So, moving on to question number 10. Why did you choose to homeschool, and is it hard at times when your child doesn't grasp a subject? So we chose to homeschool mainly because of the pandemic. We live in Florida, and it was really bad here, so at the time, schools weren't even opening. They didn't even have an opening date. It just felt like complete chaos. It's just a horrible year for your child to start school, and we just chose to homeschool for that reason. And then as far as her having a hard time with subjects, sometimes your kids just need a break, and sometimes they're just not interested in learning that subject right that moment. Sometimes you gotta skip it, give it a break, and then go back to it whenever maybe they're in a better mood or it's just a better time. And also, another thing that I like to do is do some research. If I can't teach something the way that, if she's not understanding the way I'm teaching it, there's other people out there that may teach it in a better way that she will understand. So I just look, I research, I try to find better ways to explain it, and then go from there. All right, so number 11 is vacation paid in full, where would you go? So I would probably not go far. I don't want to get on a plane, a boat, or a train. Plane, boat, or train. So I would probably just go to like the beach somewhere and stay in like a really pretty resort with like facials and back massages anytime you want, and food fed to you, like not fed to you. I don't want anyone feeding me, like food delivered to your door type situation. Like that would be amazing and so relaxing. It'd be nice. Anyway, moving on, what is one cleaning tool that you cannot live without? My vacuum. I vacuum daily, and I hate sweeping, so I couldn't imagine having no vacuum. Like, oh my gosh, back in the day, it must have been so miserable just to sweep everything. Can y'all just think about that? Think about how privileged we are, all the awesome cleaning tools we have now that make our life easier that we still complain about, like dishwashers and washing machines and stuff. Like, we are so lucky, and we don't even realize it. Number 13, do you still love your couch? And she also said that she got the same couch. So I actually love my couch. I think the color, the comfort, I do love it. The one thing that I don't like about it is that it does the fabric piling, but that is a very minor issue, in my opinion, because I love the way it looks so much. And my couch is extremely, extremely comfortable. It fits a lot of people, and I have a very small space, so having the couch that fits along the walls where I have it, that's big enough where I can have company over and everyone has a place to sit. I love that, but I do wish that it didn't do that fabric piling, because it is annoying to have to shape the couch every now and then. But overall, I do like it a lot, and I think that it'll be really hard for me to find a couch that I like more than the one I have. Number 14, do you think you will buy a bigger house? So I think eventually in time we will have a new house. Probably not like a new build. I honestly want a house that I can fix up and make my own. I just love doing projects and makeovers, and it's just where my passion is. So buying a fixer-upper would be absolutely ideal. I just don't want to, I know how the home build process goes because my husband's an electrician, and I just don't know if I want to spend that kind of money knowing how they build these houses. That's just being honest, but anyway, I don't know, maybe in the future we will, who knows? I mean, we would obviously have to be in a really good financial position where we are comfortable. It was really hard moving from Georgia to Florida, so I'm terrified to move again. That process was very, very difficult, very stressful. I feel like that's probably the most stressed I've ever been in my entire life. It was worth it 100%, but moving in general is so hard, especially with children and dogs to top that off. So I don't know, maybe in the future. I definitely see us eventually moving. I don't think we'll live at this house forever, but right now this is where we are. I'm content here. I love our house. I think it's cute and cozy, and we're making it work. All right, so number 15 is how do you get energized and motivated? So I feel like I have a very energized personality type. I'm just always on the go. It's really hard for me to sit still. If I am not working on a video, I'm not sitting down. I am constantly moving, finding something to do. My kids are also the same way, so they keep me on my toes. But I definitely have my days. Like, I do this sometimes, especially like on that time of the month when I'm just like overwhelmed. I have a lot to get done. I will sit there and text about all the things that I have to do. Instead of just tackling them, I'm like, oh my gosh, today I have so much crap to get done. I'm so overwhelmed. I'll text like my friends and stuff. And then instead of me getting it done, I'm over here complaining. If I just stop complaining for 5 seconds and take that energy and get things done, I'd be much more productive. Sometimes I also wanted to mention, I don't know how y'all feel, but when I watch cleaning motivation, I like to watch it at night. That way it helps me sleep. It helps me fall asleep. It makes me relax. If I sit on my couch and I watch cleaning motivation, I am like, oh my gosh, she did such a great job. Like, I just watch the video and I don't move my butt. Sometimes you have to turn off your phone and turn off social media and just TV in general and just have silence in your house and just knock out whatever you need to get done. But just know that I am a human too, and I definitely have my unmotivated days. All right, number 16 is how do you feel about gossip channels and how do you stay positive on social media? So first off, I just want to say staying positive on social media is definitely a mindset, and it's something that you have to choose to do. If you follow people that make you sad and miserable, then it's going to be a negative place and you're going to not be positive. But if you follow people that bring you happiness and joy, you will be much happier, and social media doesn't have to be a horrible place. It can actually be very enjoyable and an escape. So, just make sure you're following the right people. And then as far as gossip channels go, I don't feel like all of them are absolutely horrible channels. I do think that some subjects they talk about I obviously don't agree with, but I've seen a few of them talk about subjects that I feel like do need to be brought up. But at the same time, I don't agree with calling people names and stuff like that. So if I ever watch a gossip channel, I just try to pay attention to how they talk about people, and if they are respectful and kind, I don't mind hearing their opinions and thoughts and reading comments, but if they're disrespectful, I just don't watch. Okay, so I think I'm on number 17. At this point, I'm losing track of the number because I didn't write them down. But the next one was plans for your future. So what are your plans for your future? I have lots of plans, but we are play it by ear type of people, to be honest. We are very spontaneous. I don't try to think future all the time. I mean, obviously, I definitely want to be financially in a good position, and I would love to have more property. But my goal right now is just to focus where we are at and just be the best mom, wife I can be, also help financially. Hopefully one day we will have our own business. That would be like my ultimate future plan. But like I said, we're just working hard at where we are now. And yeah, we're happy and doing the best we can. Moving on, who or what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? So at the time of starting my channel, I watched a ton of YouTube. I was a stay-at-home mom to 2 young kids. I was lonely. I lived out in the middle of nowhere with no friends, no family where I lived, and YouTube was my outlet. It was where I went to, feel like I had a social life. I would watch, a ton of YouTubers that, are a lot bigger now than they were at the time that I started watching them, but that's what inspired me. I would watch them and then I just felt like, I'm doing all the same things they're doing. The only difference is they're filming and I'm not. But there was something that always held me back, and that was not having the equipment. And one day I was just like, I'm not going to let that stop me. I started filming on my cell phone, and there was a YouTuber at the time who filmed on her phone, and I wish I could remember what her name was, but I can't. And I remember thinking, like, I don't need fancy equipment to film. I'm going to film on my old cheap phone and just start uploading and do the best I can. And I did. And one thing led to another, and now I'm here still filming on my phone. There's no point in fixing something that's not broken, right? I mean, who cares? I mean, I feel like my quality is okay. It's not perfect, but whoever asked for perfect? Sometimes you just need real life stuff, and who cares about all the fancy angles? Who cares if the camera quality is not, top of the notch? Because at the end of the day, are you really here for the camera quality? I mean, are you here to watch me clean in perfect crisp quality, or are you here to see some real life stuff like this nasty behind bathroom shower floor? This nasty behind bathroom shower floor. I don't know why I said that. You know what's funny is when I record voiceovers, sometimes I watch, the clip roll by, because when you click record, it just shows you what you're actually talking over. And I think I get so nervous that it's going to end. I'm going to run out of space. So I talk so fast and just random stuff comes out of my mouth sometimes. So y'all just bear with me over here. All right, so number 19 is, how long have you and your husband been together and how did you meet? So I actually think I've already answered this at the beginning of the video, but we have been together for almost 11 years and we have been married for 3, and we actually met through our family. So my husband's mom and his stepdad know my dad and my mom, and they used to come hang out with us. And actually at one point, my husband's stepdad lived with us due to some financial things happening at their house, and my husband would come down to visit his mom, and then we just kind of hit it off, and we've been together ever since. So we've been together for a long time. All right, so Melissa asked, what is your favorite color, and do you ever make dessert, and will you share it with us? So my favorite color is a lime green. It always has been since I was little, and I do make dessert, but it's basic. It's like chocolate chip cookies dessert. That's all I make. I am not a very big fan of like different types of flavors mixed together. I just like chocolate chip cookies, and every now and then I'll make like brownies or something like that, but I keep it pretty basic over here. All right, number 21, someone asked if I ever burn candles, and if I do, what are my favorite scents and wax melts as well. So I actually don't burn a ton of candles. If I do, it's the Fraser scent during like Christmas. That's like the only candle that I really love. I also I think it's called Country, Country Fireside. It's a Walmart candle, Walmart brand. I do like that one during Christmas time, but I can't burn it for a long time. If I ever turn on my wax burner or anything like that, it's literally just to kind of get the scent lingering, and then I turn it off. I have a very strong sense of smell, so if I sit there and smell strong scents for a long time, I will get a major, major headache. And if you've ever had a headache from a smell before, it's literally one of the worst. It's like the pounding, annoying headaches, and it will actually even make me feel sick to my stomach. So I can't. And I've always been that way for as long as I can remember. All right, number 22, I believe I'm on. I really do feel like I messed up the count, so I will just have all the questions listed in the description box with the timestamp in case you want to just, listen to a certain question. I understand that not everybody has the time to listen to me ramble all day. So, next question was, do you ever take a day off? And if you do, what are your favorite activities to do? So yes, I definitely take days off to just focus on my family, and I don't worry about filming or editing. And there's some weeks where I will not film anything at all because I'm just busy with just life, mom life. So I definitely have days off. But as far as activities that I like to do, I love to be outside. I love to fish. Go for walks down like nature trails. We love to just hang out in the backyard and let the kids swim and just hang out on the back porch. What else do I like to do? I like to thrift store shop. That's another hobby of mine. I don't get to do it that often now because of the pandemic and stuff, but I love to go find a good bargain, and yard selling and all that's my jam. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope I got to all the questions. If I missed one, I am so sorry. Just please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will get back to it as soon as I can. But thank you guys for being here today. And if you're interested, I will have Rosa's channel linked down in the description box so you can check out her channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful.